And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They run again with Logan. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Leopard! Hey, we got 4 down.
They run with Logan, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! Lucky 56. Detroit! Gun.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On play action, it's Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They'll run it here with Logan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Over! Detroit! Detroit! Hut! Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers?
Leopard!
Find those guys
Leopard!
and get in that direction.
All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun! That's it now, Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun!
On third down, Rosen. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Let's go.
To throw on second down is Keenum. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
play action. Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
That's it, baby! Boom! Yeah, baby!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Gun! Gun! Leopard! Gun! Leopard! Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Gun! 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 Over! 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 Hut! Hut!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Now he's forced out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun! 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 Hut! Hut!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught right side, Gresham. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Rosen to throw again. Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Shaquille Barrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Detroit! Detroit! Jim.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Keenum throwing once more. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Here, boy. Hands down.
Again, it's Keenum. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On second down, Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Flush and a loose football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And Gresham has it left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
We got 4. Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the carry, it's Logan. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be...
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, yo, it's yo, it's yo.
Play action. It's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Robert Ayers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action. Now Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Keenum. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over with this lead and the football. Things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense. They know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On play action, Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action here with Rosen. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Keenum. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Keenum to throw again. Sanders has it over the middle. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Throwing is Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
Keenum on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Keenum. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. The defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
This is Logan. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Play action. Keenum. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing is Keenum on third down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Keenum got to have this one. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the Broncos coming out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.